that our resources are being taken away by the Chinese. The issue of these he mentioned is nothing. The Chinese are on a project, Violet, which is 7.1 trillion, the biggest iron ore deposit. We don't have a penny in it, and our leaders are quiet. We don't have a penny, even a 1% in it. Revenue of 7.1 trillion. We don't have nothing. They don't talk about it.
But whose fault is it? Whose fault is it?
Ladies and gentlemen, we're seeing Mliswa making accusations on Chiwenga. He speaks of Chinese miners. Ladies and gentlemen, we Zimbabweans have always having this problem. Yes, the problem is to do with our monies. Like our money. This time, it is the Chinese who are mining. How are they mining? This is coming at a time we see ED firing Minister Winston Chitando. Yes, this is a shock. Firing like December. It's the festive season. Okay, maybe these guys don't actually never go on holiday. So, do we have Chinese mining in Zimbabwe? How does the mining industry run? How does it generate revenue? After generating revenue, is it supposed to be divided among every Zimbabwean with an ID because it is our money? I don't know about our gold or our minerals. I know about our soil and our rain.
Who's in government right now? Who's the president right now?
No. It is them. It is the general who is very sympathetic to the Chinese.
But why isn't the president doing something about it? How can we keep accusing the general of doing all these things and not also see what the president is failing to do if indeed he's not involved in these corrupt activities that you're mentioning?
The president is a professional person. Under the vice presidents, they've got certain portfolios.
All right. So we continue with Mliswa. The question is, why say it now? It doesn't mean it's valid or it's not valid. Why say it now? Why don't you just say everything? Not just expose one person when there is something about to happen or not happening. So, ladies and gentlemen, ZANU-PF, what we're seeing now is what we call the final level of political drama. Yes, these guys here and there, to please you Zimbabweans, they do routine reshuffles, and routine this guy has been fired. Now this guy is really significant. Winston Chitando. He doesn't look like a Walter Mzembi or Terence Mkupe, no. Monday morning, December 8th, 2025. At a location, a sleepy conference center in Masvingo. And the victim is Winston Chitando, Zimbabwe's Minister of Mines and Mining Development for the last 8 years. He's doing what ministers do. Eating hotel boiled eggs and pretending to read a PowerPoint about lithium. Now picture the scene. Winston is wearing his best, I definitely read the slides, face, sipping terrible hotel coffee, nodding along to a presentation titled Strategic Synergy in the Lithium Value Chain to impress right now. He thinks it's just another Monday. Except that it is not just another Monday. His phone buzzes. It's the president's office. Pack your bags and go is the message. By lunchtime, boom, he's out. No warning, no goodbye cake, no thanks for the gold. Just a 2-line press release that reads like a breakup text. His Excellency has removed Honorable Winston Chitando with immediate effect. KTHX by approximately 11:42 a.m. Around the same time, we see the short coup in Benin being touted. Winston is probably debating whether to take a second helping of scrambled eggs. For variety, the president's office drops the most ice-cold press release in African history. 2 sentences, no emojis. We wish him well in his future endeavors. Just, His Excellency, the presidency has, in terms of the Constitution, removed Honorable Winston Chitando from the position of minister with immediate effect. Immediate effect. That means by the time Winston got back to his room, the locks on his office are already changed. His portrait is already in the trash. And his Toyota Prado doing donuts in the parking lot with the new guy inside. Meet the new Minister of Mines, Polite Kambamura. Yes, that is his name. Polite. I'm not making this up. This man is in charge of billions of dollars in blood money and battery metals. His name is Polite. Somewhere in the dark room, a screenwriter just threw his laptop out the window because reality beat him to the joke. Now, why does this matter to you, the person currently doom scrolling on a phone that contains Zimbabwean lithium? Because Winston wasn't just any minister. He was a goalie standing between the country's mineral wealth and a swarm of very hungry hyenas in designer suits. And apparently, he blocked one too many shots. Sources, insiders, people who text me from banner WhatsApp accounts say Winston's fatal mistake was refusing to hand over certain lithium concessions to President Mnangagwa's inner cycle. You know, the usual suspects. Mysterious businessmen who are definitely not relatives. Definitely not laundering money. And definitely not flying private jets to Dubai every weekend with suitcases that don't go through the scanner. Allegedly, one of those businessmen looked Winston dead in the eye and said, "Brother, let's be reasonable." And Winston said, "No." In Zimbabwean politics, no is the fastest way to become former minister. The man survived 8 years of Al Jazeera exposés, gold smuggling scandals, Chinese mining riots, and even got thrown in jail for 90 days back in 2020 for contempt of court and walked out like a legend. The second he tells President's friend, "Nah, family," it's lights out for him. And it's lights out faster than a Netflix cancellation. And the timing, seriously perfect. Zimbabwe is sitting on the world's finest lithium reserves. Tesla, Samsung, your AirPods, everybody wants in. Winston was pushing this whole "we're gonna refine it locally" agenda. Very noble. Take note of the meaning of the word noble. Very patriotic. Patriot. Patronize. Patron. Patriot. Also very bad for anyone who makes their human smuggling raw or out the back door at 3 a.m. So poof, gone. New sheriff in town, Polite Kambamura, rolls in, probably already has new licenses printed. Fun fact, in Zimbabwe when they say immediate effect, they mean immediate. By Tuesday morning, Winston's official Twitter bio already said geologist, former minister. Romans 8:28. Romans chapter 8 verse 28. Yeah, 8:28. I think that's how they read it. Romans 8:28. That's the Bible verse for it is what it is, but God is still good. Look, I've been doing this show long enough to know one thing. When a mining minister gets fired with no explanation in a country drowning in minerals on a Monday right before Christmas, somebody just hit the jackpot, and it sure as hell wasn't Winston Chitando. So ladies and gentlemen, let us all raise a glass to the realest dude in Harare, currently packing boxes and wondering if Pick and Pay is hiring a geologist. Winston Chitando, wherever you are, stay strong, king. The lithium was never yours to keep anyway. The guy just get fired. What happens to the two guys, to the two cronies? The guys who turned goats into cash cows. We're talking about Mike Shimombe and Moses Pofu. The guys get a combined 27 years. Imagine 27 years eating prison salsa. So sure, I can see crime does do pay. And when it pays big. Remember the guys, they show millions, not 1 million. How small 8 million? How many millions mangani? How do you show those millions, not deliver anything, and not have any money? Even restitution. If it's assets, you restitute in assets. But no. Maybe the guys are thinking, we have been alive for more than 15 years. We can wait for 15 years and we just walk out and we know that we are millionaires. Yeah, maybe there's people who would only hope to make $1 million in 15 years. Now that's too much. Ish. Like to make $1 million in 15 years, how much do you need to make a year? Not much. 80,000. In a month you can say you need to make 9,000 US. Mliswa, what is Mliswa up to? What more does he expose? Before we go to Mliswa over there, let us remind ourselves of the type of people we are, we as Zimbabweans generally, no matter who, and let us remind ourselves that that is not who we are. I don't know why you tolerate nonsense, Zimbabweans. This is not our identity. This is not art. The issue, I don't know, it's not an issue. Living in urban areas, a people with roots, we've allowed Vanasnam Tupo to be customers of our customs, of our ways, and disrespect is now a norm in Zimbabwe. Respect, we don't have it. Basic respect. This is a TV show. Me, I do comedy and roast, whether on TV or anyway. It's different from when I'm just more walking anyway. This is a peer-to-peer channel. This is not a public platform. Like one has to subscribe to follow. Their followers will follow it. I'm presenting to an audience. It's different from when you're walking in no man's land. I'm talking of roads, where we see our police who don't know their job being an existing fraud there. Mbusande chiba road. Road imeyakavakwa nemurungu baida unotora mine kwake. Makusa road block yenyu baba. We see maybe we should know this lady, the Senate president, if what they did when they created a bicameral parliament really works, she would be as powerful as the Speaker of Parliament. But let's just say she is as useless as she is. Our paramount chiefs are the ones that are useful.
But it's just women's league, yes, on PF. Tinogona, ende tinochikisa. Ukasatamba nesu chaisu. Uchitaura nesu zvinonzwika. Obva watoziva kuti tinokunoka out. But tine mufaro wakanyanya. Nekuti 2030 yatsigirwa. Mamotikari, mari, maiona makadbox mapepa emari. Ari kupika mapepa emari timboratidza wanawo. Tapiwa mari yekuti kutadza nekukoniwa kuita basa remusangano zvinenge zvaakurewa kuti tawa maduche isusu tiri kuhondo taiti.
Let us watch this while reflecting on it. I'm going to rewind it again. A person you are who you are. Your values shape your value. They shape you who you are. They make you up from your behavior. Let me give you an example. If a person is doing deed work, or what we call the work of the devil, because the devil, it is themselves, when they are being a devil, not being an angel, they don't pretend. Of course, they are deceiving you. They think they are pretending, but it's all clear. We all know that. Even if they are pretending to be good, what they are really doing is evil. And this lady is the president of Senate, the one who presides over our chiefs, like our fathers, where we come from. My chief head are our fathers, in our lands where we come from, coming from before colonialism. We take care of this land together. Wherever we come from, our natural farming region, from back in the days when we had our mining dynasties, before the ministries of mines, now a minister. A minister is here a broker, a minister is here a salesman. A minister is just supposed to be a minister. A minister is supposed to be an ambassador. Ministers should just be there to represent the people for presence. Even if it's checks and balances, the minister doesn't do check and balances. Business, I meant forensic business, the guys who do audits and things like that. And it depends what you want to be auditing. Is it a thing that requires you auditing? In Zimbabwe, we also have overzealous people in government. Right now in Zimbabwe, to manufacture food, you need 10 licenses. The only license you need is not even a license. You just need to be in line with Standardization Association of Zimbabwe. Why? Such that when you want to be exporting, you are meeting the same standards. So angufane kuti when you're releasing your music, send it to iTunes in my wave as my MP3. Because now I can say send my Betacam tape or my DVD. Formats. Same applies in terms of standards of food manufacturing. Then I see 10 guys. And I am not the government. Of course, I'm in food processing. I've never done one project yet. Where I come from here, the foods next door, their entire existence. Yes, satanic who go out of their way just to murder you. Here we are now an PF. Saga. Now imagine if this lady can behave like this. What more? Somebody of lesser political status.
Maduchke. Munhu asina chaanogona. But isusu Women's League yeZANU-PF tinogona ende tinotyisa. Ukasatamba nesu chaizvo uchitaura nesu zvinonzwika obva watoziva kuti tinokunoka out. But tine mufaro wakanyanya nekuti.
All right, let me put my face. So I'm going to speak. Now this is directed to Mebo Chinomona and the Ekrunusi. Now President Wake. I can see you are very happy, you are very pleased with yourself. And you are very happy. Makoro Koto. I'm going to say, I hope this gives you actual joy and pleasure. You're trying too much. But I think you already know you are incapable of experiencing joy. So keep rotting and burning in hell. What are you celebrating? It will all be gone. You are not there forever. There will be a new heaven and a new earth. There's a time and a season for everything. You can't continue being gatekeepers. Locking us in this open prison, this hell of a country. Entitled an entitled government which doesn't even deliver. The thing is, you are evil. If you're concerned about pleasing, why not deliver? Government is too complicated. Governance. The motive that led each and every one of you where you are today is that which still drives you today. Your days are always numbered. Are we going to see anything worse? No. That's simple mathematics. That is simple mathematics. I'm going to sign out right about now, fellow Zimbabweans.